The amount of times that I have been asked to make this video, I cannot tell you how many times I have been asked to do this, but I'm doing it. I think ever since I started making videos, people have wanted this video. And you know what? If this doesn't get a good amount of views, I'm gonna be salty at you guys. So today, I have the top 10 most powerful creatures in Supernatural. Now, if I'm looking over here, I am looking at my script because I have made my list, and it's a lot. Now, before I start, here is my disclaimer. I made this list on my own. I've seen Supernatural numerous times. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Supernatural. This list is based on many things for each creature that I mention. I came to this final list with rewatching episodes and doing the greatest amount of research that I could possible. So yeah. I am not going to be including characters that are powered up beings, such as Leviathan Cass, Metatron after the tablets, Asmodeus with Gabriel's grace, and Lucifer with Jack's grace, and so on and so on. Every creature or being on this list is going to just be a being or creature as they are. So any character that has powered up to make themselves really strong is not going to be on this list. It's just characters that are strong as they are. We're going to be going from least to most. So, number 10 is the Princes of Hell. The Princes of Hell were the first generation of demons created by Lucifer after the creation of Lilith, who was the first demon. Originally, the four Princes of Hell, Azazel, Ramiel, I can never say his name right, Dagon, and Asmodeus were created to help lead Lucifer's army for the apocalypse. Azazel was killed by Dean with the Colt, Ramiel was killed by Sam with the Lance of Michael, Dagon was killed by Jack inside of Kelly's womb and powering up Castiel, kind of, and Asmodeus was incinerated by Gabriel. While they are powerful characters on a smaller scale, they do have many weaknesses, such as devil's traps like any other demon, the cult, and any primordial entities. Gabriel was able to kill Asmodeus fairly easily at a weakened state. Number 9, Lilith. Before her death, Lilith was the first and oldest demon, predating the Princes of Hell and the Knights of Hell. Lilith was responsible for taking over the demon army after Azazel's death in Season 2, and breaking the 66 seals to allow Lucifer to be freed from his cage. She was killed by Sam and his powers from the demon blood. Like the Princes of Hell, she does have a few weaknesses. The demon killing knife would have affected her but not killed her. Devil's traps and hex bags and stuff like that. She could be killed by archangels, the cult, and the special children that had their powers from Azazel.
I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Give me your best shot.
Number 8 is Eve. Otherwise known as the mother of all monsters, Eve is a special type of creature in Supernatural. We are never really told what she is, but we are hinted that Eve is a descendant of the Leviathans. But that's basically all the information we have about what she is. She predates angels and demons besides the archangels, and she has many powers such as converting humans into any type of monster that she wants to, and was able to block Castiel's angel powers. Her only known weakness was Phoenix Ash, which I swear to God, if you guys fuck with me on the way I say Phoenix, I will kill myself. But yeah, Phoenix Ash was what killed her.
And you, wondering why so flaccid? I'm older than you, Castiel. I know what makes angels tick. As long as I'm around, consider yourself unplugged.
Number 7 is Knights of Hell. Knights of Hell were demons that were handpicked by Lucifer and trained by Cain. The other Knights of Hell, besides Cain, went after Colette, Cain's lover, so that they could reclaim their leader. Abaddon had possessed Colette because she was a human, and Cain killed all the other Knights of Hell with the first blade. The only Knight of Hell who survived was Abaddon and Cain. Abaddon had tricked Cain into killing Colette by possessing her, and then leaving, and then, he killed her. While it's unknown who the other Knights of Hell were, the only ones that appeared on the show after the flashback of Cain massacring the rest of them were Cain, Abaddon, and Dean when he was a demon. While Knights of Hell have many weaknesses, the only thing that was able to kill them was the first blade used by the bearer of the Mark of Cain. Cain was the strongest Knight of Hell, considering one, he trained all the other Knights of Hell, and two, a lot of the other Knights of Hell have weaknesses towards things that he is not as weak to, if that makes sense.
What have you done to my wife? Answer me, Abaddon!
We can make this right, can't we, Cain? Come back to us. Come back to me.
I'm done.
With the Knights? Or with me?
I'm done!
Number 6 are the Archangels. The 4 Archangels' strength go in order from their birth, with Michael being the strongest. Lucifer is the second, Raphael is the third, and Gabriel being the last. They were one of God's first creations, technically his first. Archangels are the highest type of celestial being, possessing an immense amount of supernatural power that makes them among the oldest and most powerful beings in the universe. Being assisted by God, all 4 of them help lock away the darkness. There are only a few ways that an Archangel is able to be killed. An Archangel Blade, which needs to be used by another Archangel, an Abundance of Souls, like a Soul Bomb, and an Archangel's Nephilim. And speaking of Nephilim, we go to number 5, Nephilim, aka Jack. Jack is specifically the mark on this list. I don't mean other Nephilims, I mean just Jack. Jack is the specific of this list because he is the offspring of a human and an archangel. According to lore, a Nephilim will grow to be stronger than the angel who sired it.
But the lore says, quote, a Nephilim becomes more powerful than the angel who sired it. And in this case, the sire is an archangel, so...
This means that Jack, at full power with his grace, is stronger than Lucifer and probably stronger than Michael as well. In Season 13, Episode 23, Let the Good Times Roll, Jack destroyed the AU Michael's vessel with just his powers. While Nephilims have some weaknesses due to their human nature, there is no way to actually kill a Nephilim as powerful as Jack is, or at least what we know now. In Season 8's episode Clip Show, Jane, who was also a Nephilim, but a significantly weaker one, was killed with an Angel Blade. But we know that Angel Blades have no effect on Jack. The only possibility of killing Jack could be the Archangel Blade, considering Lucifer was able to extract Jack's grace with it. Number 4 on this list is the Horseman Death. It's not necessarily known as to how the Horsemen appeared, considering they aren't given that much of a background. That is besides Death. Death is as old as God. Or, you know, he says that. As long as you're referring to the original Death, not Billy, considering Billy is Death's replacement. Death originally said that he would be the one to reap God when God dies. Billy now, of course, has the same powers as the original Death, replacing his role as the Old Horseman. The only thing that can kill Death is his scythe. But if Death is dead, then the next Reaper to die takes his place. There's no ultimate way to kill Death because there will always be a new reincarnation of Death. Number 3 is the entity in the empty, the cosmic entity. The cosmic entity in the empty is a very mysterious creature that we do not know that much about. The entity claims that God has no control in the empty, yet I find it hard to believe considering the amount of times that Castiel has been resurrected by God, and all demons and all angels go there when they die. We don't know if the empty has any control outside of the empty besides being able to resurrect angels, or maybe probably demons too. We are going to find out more about the empty in Season 14, but for now, the entity is at spot number 3, considering we know very little about it. Its only weakness is sleep deprivation and being awake, and it's very hard to be able to wake up an entity that is in the empty. The only person who was able to wake up someone in the empty was Jack because of his little telekinetic thing like, hey Castiel, I miss you! Number 2 is Chuck/God. Known under many nicknames, God is the creator of the universe, at least in Supernatural. Being one of the most powerful characters in the show, he has almost every power possible. His only weakness is his sister, Amara. If Amara is dying, so will God. We've also seen Amara overpower God once in Season 11, but I'm going to get into that with my next one, who takes the number 1 spot, Amara/the Darkness. Amara is the most powerful being in Supernatural. She predates God and Death, even though it's not by that much. In several instances, God has stated that even with all the 4 archangels' help fighting against her in the first time, along with himself, they barely won. Amara overpowered God, injuring him almost to death towards the end of season 11.
Not ever again!
The only things that would be able to kill the darkness would be a soul bomb or God with the help of the others. The only way to stop Amara is to trap her with the Mark of Cain and the Book of the Damned. But besides creatures and supernatural, the most powerful thing in supernatural, can you guess what it is? Can you guess what the 2 most ultimate powerful things are in supernatural? Sam and Dean Winchester. Anyway, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, I did a lot of digging to make sure that my list was correct. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and don't get possessed by any demons. Bye.